Sup, nigga? You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
You wanna sell that shit? Call these motherfuckers ASAP.
Yeah, I said some shit. What? Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
The hardest niggas is standing by, ready to pick up that phone. Buff niggas, dark niggas, Asian niggas, white niggas.
Suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
1213-373-4253.
Just dial, nigga, I'll fuck you up.
Deaf niggas, classic niggas, racist niggas, mystery niggas, psycho niggas, dog niggas, Jewish niggas.
You got some motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit ass nigga. Better calm that shit down and come around here and show me some fucking respect before me and my Jewish niggas come up here and beat your ass, nigga. Off top.
Niggas is talking shit. Call now.
$4.99 per minute.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, ballet tudo done right. Then Hoyts dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the goal, in a hit on and Holly know that to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
Today we're supposed to be doing warm-ups G, but I need some footage for mastering the system. And warm-ups G really don't need any polishing. The warm-ups G are the top half passes with 3 different mount escapes. Really don't need polishing. If you need polishing out there, I'll do individual videos and put them up on the Nibiru forum. Not all the warm-up sets are going to need to be broken down on mastering the system. Last mastering the system we did, I broke down the standing passes. That needed a little breaking down. A lot of guys, just from the videos that I'm posting that has no teaching, there's a couple things that need to be worked out that people are confused on. Now, warm-ups H, which I'm going to polish up today, are the open guard passes. And you know me, my philosophy is clinch first from the bottom. Obviously, you want to clinch on top. You pass the guard, you want to clinch. If you're not clinching in side control, you're going to lose side control. So everyone's clinching on top once they pass or when they're in top half. Now, when you're on your back, not everyone's clinching. You don't have to. You can play open style, you can attack legs. A lot of guys coming from the gi are playing Berimbolo type stuff, De La Hiva, reverse De La Hiva, also known as spiral. We call it spiral here. Because reverse De La Hiva is just too that goddamn long. And some people are still playing X guard. Not as popular as it was back in the day. Some people are still dedicating their whole style to deep half. Not as popular as it once was. What happens is there's a new style that comes out, new guard style that comes out, and one dude is really good at it, or a couple guys, and they're just wrecking shop and they're killing everybody in tournaments, and there's not a lot of people defending it. They're like getting caught. They don't know the dance yet. Not sure this new guard, like deep half. Not sure the dance. Now, people know the dance, the deep half dance on top. So it loses its effectiveness a little bit. All guards will. Lockdown half, rubber guard. Once you learn the defense, once you learn the dance, then it goes down. First, when no one knows the defense, man, the guy on the bottom has a slight advantage. Only because the guy on top doesn't really know exactly what to do yet. Once they figure it down, they're like, every time he does this, boom, just make sure the foot don't come through. Just keep his hip down. And then like, oh, just spin the capoeira. Oh, shit. And then the guy on top always ends up tilting the odds back in his favor. He's on top. He has the weight. All he's got to do is figure out what you're doing, and then he's going to stomp. Can we turn that off, please? Thank you, sir. Although it does give a real vibe, you know, when you hear the bells and dudes hitting skin bags and shit. De La Hiva translates beautifully from gi to no gi, because with the gi, guys are grabbing the pants and playing, you know, scissor fight. They're both pulling guard, double guard pulls. Both guys want to De La Hiva their asses off, reverse De La Hiva spiral. There's a tug of war with the pants. Well, without pants, no gi, you can hook ankles and control ankles, so it translates beautifully. So if you're training in the gi out there, for sure you want to, if you want your game to transition into no gi beautifully, De La Hiva and spiral is a good game. We already know it translates. All the top guys are not even changing their game. They're going from pulling on pants to hooking ankles. Not quite as effective as it is with the gi, because when you can grab the belt and the lapel and you're doing De La Hiva, it's way more effective. It's a lot harder without the gi, but it still works. Just look at the Meow twins. They're doing the exact same thing. Gi, no gi, it's just not quite as effective. You have to be more persistent. You can't give up, and eventually you come through. Because with De La Hiva, the Meow twins, they're just persistent. They just keep going. They get shut down, they just keep going. They get shut down, they just keep going. They get shut down, they just keep going. Bam! They got through, and they're on the dude's back. You understand? No belts to hold on to. It's a little harder, but it does translate. So anything that translates to anything that's effective, no gi, whether it was something that translated from the gi to no gi or not, or if it's a style that just came up. Donna, you have something to say? No. Okay. Can you get a close-up of her? Put her on blast. Put her on blast. You're talking about Game of Thrones right in the middle.
I was talking about Game of Thrones.
Jesus Christ. Oh no, he's dead now. So spiral, aka reverse De La Hiva, we'll refer to it as spiral from now on. And De La Hiva and X guard and deep half, all the open guards. Even like I said, how you don't really see as many people playing deep half as you did a few years ago. It's still very effective. Jeff Glover's still going to play it, and he's still going to sweep you with it. There's guys that are really good with just deep half. All right, but now there's ways to defend it. DVD out on how to defend it. Bill Cooper put out a DVD, how to smash deep half. I wonder if Jeff Glover was pissed. Deep half, does it work MMA? Yes, you see it over and over. And then Evan Dunham was the latest to prove deep half's effectiveness in MMA. He did it twice to Donald Cerrone. He got put in a triangle after he got on top both times, but he did sweep and didn't get on top. You just got to be careful at the end of those deep half sweeps. There's things you got to lock down. But the one thing we learn about deep half is there's not so much hanging out underneath. Although you can hang out underneath a little bit, it's better if you slingshot in, out. So you have to be super smooth with the deep half. As I mentioned before many times, a very important spot for spiral in MMA is a unique spot. Because people ask, well, spiral works and De La Hiva works no gi, obviously. Dudes are winning Abu Dhabi with it. But how is it going to look in MMA? There is a spot where I don't think you predominantly go to spiral. If you're fighting MMA and a guy takes you down, like that's your go-to, I don't think you can make it your go-to. But there are situations where, man, you better have your spiral down in an MMA fight or you're going to get beat. And I've always used the Matt Horowitz fight with Jake Roshaw, the second one, the rematch, as an example. Matt Horowitz is a brown belt of mine, very dangerous on the ground. He choked out Talis Latus. World-class black belt. Took his back, choked him out. You mess around with Matt Horwich, he'll put you away on the ground. He's very good on the ground. Very good. He fights Jake Rochal, one of the best wrestlers ever to transition into MMA. One of the best college wrestlers. Jake Rochal and his brother Jared, they're badass college wrestlers. Their first fight, Jake Rochal takes Matt Horwich down. They end up scrambling on the ground. One bad move, Matt Horwich is on him, mounts him, takes his back, TKOs Jake Rochal in the first match. So second match, they get a rematch. The strategy, and Mark Lehman is Jake Rochal's coach. Beautiful strategy. What do you do the second time you fight Matt Horwich? You don't go to the ground with him. Matt Horwich has an awkward stand-up. I don't think he'll ever look like Floyd Mayweather, but he does hit hard. He's knocked people out. He has a lead leg round kick to the face that he knocked out Benji Radical. And he's knocked people out with his hands, heavy hands, and he's got a chin. So Jake Rochal, what is the strategy? You just take a chance and stand with him, or you take him down and you take a chance on the ground. Well, he did in between. A position that we'll call purgatory. It's in between. It's not on the ground, and it's not standing. And it was a perfect strategy, and Matt Horwich did not have the answer for it. And the answer is spiral or De La Riva. That's the answer. This is what I mean. Let me use Josh. Josh Perkaston, ladies and gentlemen. Head instructor at 10th Planet Sunshine. That's a city. 10th Planet Sunshine in Australia. Now, get on your back. I'm Jake Rochal. This is stand up. I'm Jake Rochal. I'm staying on the outside for the first half of the round, staying on the outside. Don't fuck around with that power. And then when there's a minute and a half to go, I'm going to use my wrestling, and I'm going to take him down, pretend like I took you down. All right? This is what he did. He won right here. He took him down and stood up and just threw big bombs here. Just controlling the ankles. Big bombs. And just, if he didn't knock him out, he won the round. It was smart. If he connects and knocks him out, good. But really, let's win these rounds. So that's what he did in Matt Horwich. So Matt Horwich, it's very hard to play guard from here. Rubber guard or half guard. Guys doesn't want to go to the ground with him. Doesn't want to let him up. Wants to keep him right here. He had Matt Horwich stuff. So if he had a good spiral transition, that's what he would have needed. He could have won the fight with a good spiral. Give me a little spiral. Boom! He's under here. Now it's different. You gotta be lightning quick with it. You better be smooth. So from now on, anybody that fights Matt Horwich, if they got some decent wrestling, that's a good strategy. The coach would say, you know what? Let's do what Jake did to him. Nice and safe. You don't want to go to the ground with him. You do not want to go to the ground. And you might want to stand up with him, but if he connects, man, he's got a good chin, he can take a lot of punishment. That's kind of dangerous too. Matt Horwich is a hard one to figure out, but they figured him out. So since then, Matt Horwich has been working his De La Riva and his spiral. I mean, he'll just go over and over. He's like, for a while there, back when we were at the Old Legends, he was pretty OCD with it. He was going to make sure, because guaranteed they're going to do that to him until he stops it. They found a way. They found a way to beat him. Take him down, but don't go to the ground. Just stay on top, stay standing, don't let him stand up. Stay busy so the ref doesn't separate you. Stay right there. Right? You don't really see that strategy that often, right? You rarely see that particular strategy. Take him down, but don't go to the ground, but don't let him stand up. Keep him right there in between. So it's very important. In MMA, that's where I see spiral shining. Guy tries to stand up in front of you, boom, spiral underneath. It's got to be lightning quick. So at first, he's going to give me one leg, either leg, give me that hook. He's going to have one leg forward. So we want to I'm drinking. Forget about her.
To the next motherfucking man.
I want it. I'll take that.
Let's talk about what could be the most explosive issue of this campaign if the mass media would get a hold of it and do something about it, but they're covering it up. And that is you were talking about the government involvement in drugs. There have been government investigations, there have been private investigations, and we've interviewed a lot of people, ex-CIA people, who have talked about the CIA involvement in drug operations for many decades. It's public knowledge, though once again the media are not saying anything about it, that Oliver North and his people involved with the Contras have been running drug operations, cocaine primarily, bringing it back into the United States. And there are other investigations which show that George Bush's office, Donald Gregg particularly, and the people he was working with, have been supervising an enormous drug operation, which once again was sending illegal arms down to the Contras and elsewhere, and bringing cocaine and other types of drugs back into the United States. But neither the Democrats aren't talking about this. Now, are the libertarians talking about this, and do they put this into the framework of the drug law situation that you're talking about?
We talk about a whole lot. Of course, we always have the trouble of getting the attention that we think it deserves. There have been a few Democrats have talked about it. Senator Kerry's office has done some work.
He's done
on
a lot of the investigation.
Right, and I think he's on to something, and I think we've gotten some other information too, of course, that the CIA has given Noriega over the years $200,000 a year.
Oh, yes.
And they kept feeding him money, even when Bush was the head of the CIA. I think George Bush is deep into it, well over his head. Somebody asked me once if I thought George Bush knew about as much what's going on as Ronald Reagan. I think George Bush knew a lot more about what was happening in the CIA, because I think Reagan was probably more removed from it, I mean, just by his own personality and maybe his age or something. But I think George Bush, through his office and through the fact that he was a member of this, head of the CIA, I think he was very, very close to it. He knows exactly what was happening, and I believe the rule that once a CIA member, always a CIA member. And I think it's awful interesting. Can you imagine? It would alarm a few of us in this country if all of a sudden we knew that the leader in the Soviet Union would be the head KGB agent, and here we take our head CIA agent and put him, potentially the head of our entire country. Unfortunately, I wish that we could get this information out, and I continue to talk about it, but I sadly believe that there will be very little said, which means that the Democrat aren't doing it, that means they're involved too.
They're involved also.
And I don't think there's any doubt about it. I mean, it was even some of it got reported in the Iran-Contra scandals. We did know that there were drugs involved, and they were selling drugs back and forth. I think that might be the #1 reason for the drug laws. I mean, they use and play on the good people of America to support them, but I think the #1 reason is not to have high prices for some two-bit drug dealer, as much as to raise the funds necessary for governments to do illegal things, whether it's some terrorist government someplace or whether it's our own CIA to fund programs that they can't get Congress to fund. I think it's tragic, and the sooner we get rid of the drug laws, the sooner this would end.
All right, we're here with Richie Boogeyman. What's going on today, man?
Hanging out, here at Eddie Bravo's seminar at 10 Planet Vista, and you want me to talk?
Yeah.
Basically, my goals in jiu-jitsu right now is to show that jiu-jitsu is dominant in MMA. I fight MMA, and I'm trying to make jiu-jitsu, especially 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, to the next level. I want to show that jiu-jitsu is dominant in MMA. I want to show that, what the Gracie started, we're still able to do it, but now even more advanced with the 10th Planet system. And that's basically my ultimate goal. But I'm also trying to push my competitive jiu-jitsu to the next level, my no-gi game. I want to kill it in Abu Dhabi. I want to kill it in no-gi worlds, and et cetera, et cetera. I want to show that 10 Planet is the system that you should be doing, especially if you're gonna be an MMA fighter.
Right on, brother. Nice.
Cool. Peace out, guys.
Usually when you go with chicks, you kind of go light, you know. But god damn, you're strong. You got some. Let me see those arms. Holy shit. Yeah, that's no joke
Yeah, but
right
I'm
there.
sitting next to the gun, so you gotta fix yours
let's see.
too.
They're tall, they're long, skinny, like.
That's pretty
This is
nice.
10 Planet Girls right
yeah,
here, yeah.
Yeah, that's bigger than mine. I don't have big biceps. I'm not known for my buys. But that reminds me of a buy story. Real quick, I got to tell this.
Nice.
In 2005, there was a guy that this is right before I met Compella, right before we started working and Compella and the Twister, that little hip hop project that we started, turned into Smoke Serpent, what it is now. But before I met Compella, I was looking for different MCs and looking for the right guy. And there was this one guy I thought he had some potential, and he had a lot of music connections on the East Coast. So he came over. We worked. Black guy, and his flow wasn't that great or anything, but it was like, it was off the top of his head. So I thought, you know, if we sit down and we write, he might have potential. He does have connection. Let's see what happens. So we worked together one day, and then Abu Dhabi 2005 was in LA that year, and I thought, hey, I'm going to Abu Dhabi. I went with Joe, met Joe there, and Chris Coles from Edema, and this guy. So we all went out, we're hanging out. And at this time, in 2005, I'm in the height of being single. I was single from 2000 to 2010, single. I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And, you know, there was, you know, when you're single like I was, you're fascinated fascinated of countries that are known to have beautiful women. Like you hear about Sweden, and then you hear about Argentina and all this stuff. And we're always, you know, where are the best looking girls? And, you know, single guys, that's something what they talk about. Dude, I don't know, dude. Fucking, you go to fucking Estonia, bro. Go to one of them Eastern Bloc ex-Russian countries. Go to Latvia. Dude, those are all. And then this one karate friend of mine who had his throat crushed in a karate accident. So he talk like that. You talk like that. He's and we're in a discussion about like where to go, and he chimed in. He put in his 2 cents. He goes, "Go to Poland." I said, "What?" He goes, "Go to Poland." I go, "Really? You know, where? What part of it? Doesn't matter. The smallest village. The women are beautiful. go to Poland." So I thought about that. I'm like, okay, put Poland on the list. So me and this guy are talking about, you know, different spots, and he goes, "Man, go to Aruba." This black guy said, "Go to Aruba. You gotta go to Aruba, bro. You gotta go to Aruba." I'm like, okay, cool. Gotta go to Aruba, bro. So gotta go to Aruba, bro. We're at the Abu Dhabi, dude. Remember, book your tickets. Gotta go to Aruba. Like, all right, fuck yeah, damn, it's crazy, dude. 24/7, doesn't matter what day, just go to Aruba. So we decided to take a break and go down the street to get something to eat. We stopped by this pizza parlor, and we're sitting there, and he's eating pizza. I mean, my slice. He goes, "Dude, man, I'm telling you, bro. Dude, your fucking head's gonna explode, bro." And I said, "Well, how many chicks did you have sex with while you were in Aruba?" And he didn't say it, because let's get down to it. Because if you went to Aruba and you met one chick, you can't be talking like it's that great. You know, great, like the way you're talking. Man, you must have like hung out with 5 different chicks if it was that amazing. Gotta go to Aruba. And I go, "So how many chicks?" And he didn't say anything. And he paused for a second. I go, "How many chicks did you have sex?" He goes, "Well, it's kind of hard to say. You know, I'm bi, you know." And then he keeps talking. He goes, "Yeah, you know, but it's fucking amazing. Dude, anything you want." And I'm sitting there, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. I don't hear anything else. He just keeps going on about Aruba and dude, black sand, bro, and all. And I said, wait. What did you say? "I'm bi." I'll never forget that. "I'm bi." I said, okay, all right, that's what I thought you had said. Okay. And then he just kept going, and that was the last time we ever hung out. He felt like he had to tell me because he felt like he made the decision. I got to tell him before, he's got to tell me he's boss. Why the hell did I bring up that story? There was something about bi. What were we talking about?
We flexed.
And
you said
the buys.
Maybe,
the bicep, yeah.
Did you ever go to Aruba?
It's hard to say. I'm bi. Like, damn. So I would just basically, if you would have just told me, I would have said, okay, since you're bi, you're half. Like, if you said 2, that would have been like 4 for a regular dude, right? Like 2 the chick and 2 the dude. But dudes don't count because, once you're gay, there's dudes don't even want to know each other's
shooting fish in the barrel.
Yeah, it's like dudes don't even care about knowing each other's names. They're like, hey, as long as you're in a gay club, it's like, let's go to his house. No one knows. It's random, anonymous sex is very popular in the gay community. And if I was gay, I would probably be into that too. Because if you're a guy, there's no rules. Like, you're a guy, I'm a guy. We're not. Why are we fucking around? There's no courting or pretending. You know what I mean? It's like, let's party. That's it. That's it. But I guess, you have to be attracted to the dude too. I hear like ugly gay dudes have they're lonely and shit.
Think so?
That's what I hear, Good looking gay dudes want other good looking dudes. That's why they're all working out and getting yoked. They're not, if that wasn't necessary, dudes, all gay dudes would just be looking like shit and all fat and fucked up. They're trying to get the best dudes, right? Kristi, you want to comment on gayness? Nothing? Okay. Let's change gears just a little bit, right?
I asked Jessamyn a question that I wanted to hear the story about. I asked her if she ever submitted a guy, and she said she submitted many.
Oh, that's kind of hard to say, She's bi.
Can we hear the story how she submitted the dude?
Sure, yeah. So the most recent there was a tournament. It was a local tournament, pretty small.
There exists so many goddamn religions.
Bravo Radio, top motherfucker. Whatever. Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Top. It's all good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Drive into him, put him back flat.
No, you gotta give the announcer the money.
Stand and pass. Hey, fight the hand off your ankle.
He said nobody move.
Watch your base though.
Can I get Joseph Montano, team net number, no, to the bullpen. Joseph Montano to the bullpen, please.
Hey, come to the top. Settle in.
Nothing here.
Alex, you got another advantage.
Stand and pass.
To the bullpen, Gregory Reed, Megatron, and Eugene Robinson, please, to the bullpen.
back.
Alex, go for it. Alex, go for it. Got it. Alex, go for it.
Hey, scoot towards me. Scoot towards me. Push. Two hands.
Leg drag. Or mount. Yes, beautiful. Hold it. Watch you.
Go hard. Go. That's it. Okay, come up on top, bud.
Take the back. Get it. Nice. Yes. Start climbing
Fortin,
up.
keep scooting. Let's go. Scoot.
Alex, you got 2 minutes left. Let's pass and tap them now. Stay on top. Pressure. Nice.
There you go. Yes. Nice, Alex.
Alex, go for it. Come on, Alex. Alex, go for it.
His chin, that's awesome. Come on.
Pull your wrist out, turn towards the legs.
Alex, go for the arm.
That's Alex's stuff.
To the podium, please.
Go, Alex. Play your game, baby. Alex, top. 2 point.
Samuel Bracamonte, Brett Butler, Randy Dewhurst, and Lance Nixon.
That guillotine,
to the podium.
Go on top.
Open. Sign-ups closed in 10 minutes. If you're fighting no gi, just have someone else sign your name to the list, please.
Nice, Alex. Nice.
I need the men's blue belt gi open division. Every competitor is in the center of the mat. Men's no gi advance, Masters adult, 180 to 195. First, bronze medal winners.
Yeah. Go.
Sergio. Somebody.
Nice.
Haymakers.
Probably have the biggest three.
What happened? Oh, sweet. All right.
Come on, Alex.
Nice, Alex. You got an advantage. Unders all day, baby. You know what we train. Yes.
I lost him.
Stop. Nice. Yes. Tight. Yes. Come on top. Whatever it is, come on top. Come on top. Yeah. All right, you got the advantage. All right, you got 2.5 minutes left. You're up by 2 points. Watch the toe hold. Take his back. Armbar right there. Yes. Do that thing that you know how. Yeah. All right, fellas. Beautiful. Get it. Get the boat in.
Do that thing that you know how.
1, 2, 3. Nice. You got 4 points. Over to your time. To work the choke. Human anaconda on the body triangle. Listen to his breathing. Put your chest to his back, and I want you to start listening to his breath. On every exhalation, squeeze the body triangle. And that should set up the choke. Yes. On the exhale, squeeze.
Okay.
On the exhale, squeeze.
Kristi Lopez and Joseph Crisostomo.
Damn, Alex is good.
It's your boy Big Noodle, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about these Kardashian sisters, you know what I'm saying? Them bitches is thick, voluptuous, they get my lipstick nice and bright, you know what I'm saying? But 2 of them is doing it right, they got married, one married, the Sasquatch bitch married the basketball, or the crackhead basketball player, and then the other one, she got married to Kumo D, and then the middle one, she with that white boy, what the fuck is she thinking, you know what I'm saying? This nigga right here, I'm light-skinned and all, but you know what I'm saying? Holla at me, you know what I'm saying? I wanna live in your big fancy house and be on TV, bitch.
We're going to get through these within 15 minutes. There's not going to be this big production, teaching, filming, and all that. We're trying to hammer these down. Just like shrimping. Not teaching shrimping, we just shrimp. We're not teaching spiral, we have to do it. Just do it. You got to memorize it. Certain things you have to memorize. All right? Not everything, just the warm-ups. If we could just memorize these 8 sets, it could take a while. Some guys might take a couple months, 3 months, but once 90% of the advanced class can memorize all these warm-ups, today's warm-ups, then we could focus on drilling and not teaching all the time. We go every now and then, we slow down. If I see mistake after mistake, we're going to keep polishing it. But this is going to benefit the guys that already know it, not the guys that are kind of getting it. We're catering to the guys that already know it. So you want to be the guy that already knows it. You understand? That way we can practice it. Instead of guys that already know it, sitting there always waiting for a new guy to catch up. Always waiting. We're always waiting. Spending time teaching. We could have been drilling this. Do you understand what I'm trying to do? The beginning classes are, most of them are dedicated just to getting the beginners ready to do the warm-ups. That's what I tell Jovan and Scott. Just get them ready for the warm-ups. Everything else is extra. 70% of that class should be polishing up the warm-ups. So when we have beginners transition, they're not slowing down the warm-ups. You understand? After a period of 3 or 4 or 5 years, you're gonna see the difference. But when you get in here like, oh, those, like, it's just gonna be so easy and so perfect. Every time everything's just gonna be perfect. Then we can start getting some real legit bag work. Legit mitt work. Can you imagine if every time you did mitt work, the guy holding the mitts, how to explain what combination and to throw, we had to break it down and show them and how to teach them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a complicated combo, maybe 4 to 5 punch combo with some kicks and some elbows. Complicated, right? It's complicated. It's not easy to do it perfect, but you want to get to the point where you don't have to Keep teaching it every time. Then we can really start turning up the drill. Just the first 15 minutes of class. Just the warm-ups, that's it. Not the whole rest of the class. The rest of the class, we sit down and we break down a piece of the game. There's so many pieces. The techniques that are in those 8 warm-ups, that's the tip of the iceberg in jiu-jitsu. That's just a little bit. Still so much more. So much more. None of the warm-ups really include any rubber guard or any twister. Let's get the warm-ups together, and then we sprinkle in that stuff. That'll be the lesson of the day. When I do the warm-ups, we all master the warm-ups, get through them in 15 minutes. And then we spend 45 minutes polishing anything. Mount, back escapes, mount escapes, rubber guard, a certain section in the rubber guard where we're just gonna focus, magnify, polish that, work on our juke lock control, work on just spider web control, there's so much, we don't have enough time. That's why it's important to memorize all this stuff and not coming in here blind every day. Like, damn, we did this shit, you've already done this class 50 times and you're still coming in going, what ankle do I hold? And that's only because you're just not paying attention. That's it. Rob? Dude, we got you on the last mastering system falling asleep as you're watching class. Why don't we cut back to that and put like a date, boom. You know what I'm talking about. Who else is falling asleep? We caught him on camera. Who was it? Michelle? Kita? I know speeches can get boring sometimes. Anyways, the next open guard warm-up is X guard. Very important to have X guard in the chamber. If a guy is standing up in front of you, you got to have some back sweeps in the chamber. Josh. If a guy's standing up, we could always get into that. We could always get into the spiral clinch and work the kiss of the dragon. So here, bam, that's a way to get him down. And then we got to rush to get up and complete the sweep. Or we can get into half or X guard sweeps as well. Now, if I have him in the cocoon here and I have him overhooked, I don't want to let him go. This is what I've been waiting for all my life right here, this position. I can either try to sweep him with a butterfly. If he bases, I'm going to release, and now he's a rubber. Only because I got this deep overhook here. In butterfly guard, he's in trouble. He's not in a good spot. Whether it's grappling or MMA, he's in a good spot. He can't really do any damage to me. His right arm is all tied up. My head's in a good spot. But if he manages to do a horse dance and limp arm out, bam, and he pulls out, a lot of times you just can't control. You got to have a back sweep in the chain. And X guard from here is one of the best. Anytime he pulls up and stands, this has got to be lightning quick. The first step is going to be
your gut like it's 9/11. You could die from this cut, better call the medic. I peep the new shit and it's all pathetic. Rap is whack, rock is dead. 99 problems and they're all in your head. It's time to realize what a real rhyme is. When the spacecraft lands on Weaver Rob, bitch, with the bogeys running up on your 9-6. Should be here any minute, so I don't wanna spend time sitting with a critic who simply is singing it, ever really get it. Every stroke of my pen is an act of independence. It's food for thought, snacks I'm digging. Turn up the track, little fact for your fiction. The band's not a band, and the band is a business. Running through the sand and drowning well wishes. Conscripted folks who bear witness. Best of luck, real pretentious fucks. You already know what you can suck. I work at the bar, raising up. Some of my sentiments are kinda contagious, huh? Take a little sip from my Dixie cup. When all my good ideas have added up, I can't finally admit that enough's enough. Is this really real? Did you really say it's real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like a temple where the sun is? When the sun is, when the sun shines through. Is this really real? Did you really say it's real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like a temple where the sun is? When the sun is, when the sun shines through. Yeah. So much more to obtain, yes. Money, power, and fame. Aim, how to go off the restraint. Now I'm in a mission to change up the game. Now they got condition of thoughts in my brain. Wanna tell me I'm lost and insane. No time to explain. When it came to do it, just say it. Say what I say and I do what I do, player. Move with a purpose, burn a few haters. Flows on the beat and leave with mad flavor. No chase, drink straight up. No stalling, man, the fuck up. No sleep, wake the fuck up. Stakes the way up, raise the fuck up. Spam my meal, chicken and cake the fuck up. When I'm willing and dealing, I got a whole lot of love like, yeah, I wanna armor dude, I wanna roll a few, I wanna hit the finest. Get behind her, back the bitch up, let me get inside her, stack the chips up. Every day I'm climbing, swag the fuck out. I'm a fit in style and blaze the fuck out. In the club we wildin', I'm a devil in the city where the angels dying out. Is this really real? Did you really say it's real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like a temple where the sun is? When the sun is, when the sun shines through. Is this really real? Did you really say it's real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like a temple where the sun is? When the sun is, when the sun shines through. When the sun hits, when the sun shines through. Is this really real? Did you really say it's real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like a temple where the sun is? When the sun hits, when the sun shines through. When the sun hits. When the sun shines through. When the sun hits. When the sun shines through. Like a dream is real. Like a temple where the sun is. Like a temple where the sun is. Like a temple where the sun
What are you feeding this guy? Some vegetables?
Some butterflies. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of setups, I just haven't really worked on it. You ever get it like basically like butterflies sometimes. Yeah, and the guy, you know, you kind of feel comfortable here. At first I tried to reach behind here and finish, but I didn't feel I had enough strength. So I went Apollo, here and here. It's pretty legit, dude. Like, fucking. Do you feel like the only way I feel you can get on is if you can turn your chin more. If I can get this, yeah, see? But if I can get here and here, then I feel like even if he's countering, I'll just keep going. Going. I feel like right there, you kind of, if you would have been real aggressive, you probably could have turned your chin out. So it is going to be important trapping that chin.
That's nice.
It's
you calling it?
I don't know, like Made in America or side naked choke or something, you know? It's kind of like
naked choke.
It's kind of like a rear naked choke because.
Side naked choke.
Yeah, because it's the same grip here, and then it's here. But once I could like pull my fist, see, and then lift my head.
I mean, that looks tight as hell. That's super tight. I mean, it wouldn't work on me, but it's pretty tight. No, I'm kidding. I'm just getting in it.
Over here. Yeah, see, soon if you can turn your head, then
Damn.
So that's going to be the secret gym here and here.
Oh, yeah, you can't get out of that.
I wanted to try to bring this hand over here, but...
Once it's in. So how do you, where would you get it? Go ahead, walk me through it.
The guy's like being lazy, kind of, and like just hang, because I'll do it sometimes, I'll just hang my head right there. And it was like in a transition of, but try to get your shoulder.
You know what? You gotta have flexible shoulders, because I can't bring it my leg out.
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of people are having trouble with it too.
Your shoulders are really flexible.
It's like a weird...
It hurts mine.
Yeah, I heard mine too.
When I was younger, top of my head, I think that's what helped.
I think your move.
So it's kind of, it's like that.
So you gotta get it down into almost a crooked
elbow. So it's kind of
what you're doing with this arm when you're bringing this down. That's like rubber guard shoulders.
Yeah, and when I set it up, it was kind of like a transition, you know. He just went there for a second, and it was deep, and then he kind of hung out there. So I was like, well, and I went like I said on my neck, but I didn't feel. I could even see him like he was like kind of looking over or something like that. Yeah, and then just boom, and then after that, put that on. That'd be cool. Tight. That's what you get for training on Thanksgiving. Put in overtime.
Whatever you want.
Take your time, Gio. If you decide to go to his back, push him with your legs. Still on your legs, make him rock. Very good. Do the exact same thing. Exact same thing, Gio. Just go the same thing. Work your feet, Gio. Go under him, Gio. Oh, let him do that. There you go. Nice, nice. I got to push him. Watch your feet, Gio. Watch your feet, Gio. Take that off. Pressure, Gio, pressure. Very good, Gio. Looking good, Gio.
Don't get too greedy. Don't get too greedy. Patient. You got time. There it is. There it is.
Set it up, Gio. There you go, you got it. Watch the feet. Don't stop until you get to the back. Pull the feet out. There you go, there you go.
Lock his hips when you pass. Slide that bottom leg in.
Go hold right there.
All the way around, go there. Go to the top. There you go. Got it right there. There you go.
There you go. Mini stop.
Let him go. There you go. Nice. Good.
Be relentless with that, Gio. Heavy, heavy. Pull that hand off your ankle.
All the way across.
Pull the legs, get up.
Up.
Pull his hand off. Pull his hand off. Nice grip.
Keep going. Keep going.
these days, man, when jiu-jitsu, there's going to be a reality show on jiu-jitsu, and it's going to be big Pilates. It's going to be huge. Schools are going to be making an average $150,000 a month. Then we will have a rotating soft stage that spins, where I can do the technique and it slowly spins. Eventually. If I was Renzo Gracie, I would already have that, because that dude's making like 200 grand a month. Rotating stage. Now, Doug, the next open guard is super important, especially in scrambles on the bottom in MMA, deep half, huge. I mentioned earlier how Evan Dunham did the sweep twice to Cerrone. He got gone triangles, but the sweep worked. He got on top. There's been a bunch of other people that pulled out deep half. Nogueira against Tim Sylvia. Fei Zhao against Dan Henderson. Belcher? Maybe. In a fight? Maybe, I believe it. There's been a bunch. It works. And obviously it works in Nogi grappling too. And just like X-Guard, I'm just showing you a basic path. There's a bunch of different scenarios. There's books on deep half. Ryan Hall, Jeff Glover. If you want to dive deep into it, you can study their videos. We'll go over it every now and then. That's not my base style. None of these guards are my base style. But it's all very important for everyone to learn. All right? That's why I included them in the warm-ups. Because I'm not going to go over it that much as far as the lesson of the day. So might as well dedicate a warm-up day to them, hit them every 2 weeks, and over a period of a few years, everyone's going to be really comfortable. Just the basics. You want to get in deeper, you go, damn, I love this deep half thing that we do in our warm-ups. I want to learn more from it. They're just stuffing me here, they're stopping me here. What are the options? There are options. There's entire systems of them. All right? Same thing with the spiral that we started off with. X-guard, book on. And deep half and delicate. All right, we're just warming up with just the basic. Now, we're going to start one knee up, one knee down. This is just one entry into the deep half clinch. One entry. You can get there from a three-quarter mount. There's a bunch of different ones. But from here, Jeff Glover just forces. He just grabs that leg. He just makes it. All right, you got, from here, all we're doing is he's just keeping one knee up, one knee down. The knee that's up, we just control it just like this. It's almost like a knee side. Ankle to ankle, controlling here. And my inside arm and my inside leg, they're going through the hole. My head's not going through the hole. Just my leg and my arm. So this, ankle to ankle, here. All I'm doing is lift.
BeReal.tv.
It's meditation, and it keeps you in shape, which is great. You got to stay. You got to do something. You might as well do something that you can get that will save your family, save your daughter, save your mother.
Save you.
Yeah. And there's one of my instructor's brothers. I had a talk with him, and he has his sons coming up, and he's got a 19-year-old son and a 22-year-old son. And I told him, how did you make them do jiu-jitsu, or did you kind of, do that reverse psychology thing? Do you want them to do it on their own? What was your strategy? And he said, the strategy is because I have a son and I don't want to scare him away from it, because some people get scared away from it. They just don't like it. I don't want him to be that way. I want him to like it, so I'm trying to find out what's the best way. So I'm always asking dudes and how they did it with their sons. And he said, no, I don't care if they competed. But both of them had to do it. They had no choice. They had to do it to protect the family. It was just the duty. If they wanted to compete, they can compete. I'm like, wow, that's a good one. I think I'm gonna go with that one. And say, listen, you're gonna learn because you have to protect your mother. Okay?
That's
all about your mother.
That's a good motivation,
right?
Yeah,
of course.
Fucking A.
And my son's 15 months, and he loves his mother to death. God, I love seeing that. I love seeing that my son and his mom are just obsessed with each other. God damn it, I love that shit. That's awesome. I know that he loves her way more than me. I know that, but it makes me feel good that that's the most important, the bond between the mother and the son. I think because it's all about society's perceptions. That when you grow up, it's rare that a mom would just not give a shit about a kid. That's rare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it happens, the kid gets affected more. Like, my mom left me, and society tells me that if your mom leaves you, you should be broken, you know? But when your dad leaves you, shit, nobody had their dad when I was growing up. Every one of my friends, except one friend, I had a big block of Mexicans. We grew up like the Little Rascals. Everybody's dad took off. Nobody's dad stayed. They all took off. It was totally normal. We had one friend. His mom and dad stayed together, and that was the king and queen of the block right there. You know what I mean?
The broken home gang. Shit.
Everybody got, and we witnessed older brothers getting married and divorced and living in the back house and shit like that. And you know, so I don't think my dad taking off affected me as that much, you know what I mean? I think, and if it did, it pushed me to love my son more because
you didn't want to repeat the same shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's the opposite. You know, I love my son so much it's scary. So I'm not one of those dudes that runs. I know that. I ain't running. I ain't trying to run. I'm trying to stay right here.
You're
I'm
running
not trying
at
to go
it.
nowhere. Yes.
You ain't running away from it. You're running at it.
Running away from it would be a nightmare that I would hang myself.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't live with myself.
Can't live with that.
Yeah, I mean,
right on.
So I'm glad. Because I could have easily been one of those guys. There's a lot. It's like in your DNA or something. It's something. There's guys that just have kids. Like my dad, he had 19 kids from like 8 different chicks, and he didn't give a shit.
He was moving.
He didn't give a shit.
He was working.
He was working.
He loved me when he saw me every now and then. You know, years would pass, and I would say but he didn't love me that much. You know what I mean? He's one of those dudes. I'm like, God damn it! Thank God I didn't turn out like that. God damn it, because I think once you're like that, that's just it. You're like that. I think you're just one of those dudes that just doesn't get attached to shit. And man, I'm super attached.
Yeah,
So,
well, you know, hey, it's your kid, man.
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
be attached.
You got to, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine someone not giving a shit about their kid. I can't imagine, like, what the fuck? Make that shit right. Fix it, goddammit. Fix it.
the goddamn thing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Word up, man. We are stoned up in this bitch right now.
Holy shit, yeah.
We want to thank Eddie Bravo for coming through and taking the time to chop it up with us right here on the Dr. Green Thumb Show.
Thank you for having me, man. And I hope, after your tour's done, you jump on my show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I want to get into your story.
Yeah.
For sure, bro.
That's easy.
Are you
one.
Mexican?
Yeah, I'm half. I'm Cuban and Mexican.
Mama Cuban, daddy Mexican?
Exactly.
Nice.
That's the business right there. Well, you know, they're mixed with a bunch of other shit, but I mean, that's the foundation right there.
You speak fluent Spanish?
I'm all right. If I drink, I can speak it much better than when I'm sober. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe it's like I don't give a shit when I'm drunk,
Yeah,
so
you just flow.
You know, it just goes when
Shiki,
I'm.
what's this? Do we have a video or something?
Yeah, we do. Oh, we do. Yeah, we got a video you were in. I think with evidence or something, right? Or with the Raka. That's right.
Yeah. He does jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt now.
Yeah.
He's a bad motherfucker.
He
God
mentions
damn
it in songs.
A lot of his songs.
Yeah.
And there's video of him with, like, I don't know, Gracie or...
Yeah. He trains with the Gracies, man, for maybe 10, 11 years now. So we decided to... do we have...
we have the video.
Yeah, we got the video right here.
Oh, do you have time to talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, real quick, there's a guy named Adisa who you may know him. Adisa, he's like a hip hop journalist.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he writes books on lyrics and all this shit.
Right.
And he's also into jiu-jitsu. So he keeps telling me, you know, you and Raka should do a song together. You should produce a song for Raka. And I'm like, okay, that sounds fucking pretty cool. I would totally do it. But it didn't happen for like a year. But Adisa was trying to make it happen. And then finally, like after a year and a half of trying to make it happen, Adisa said, dude, Raka's in LA, or Raka's down to work right now. So he showed up in my studio. I had some music, some beats ready for him. I knew we were going to use the one that we ended up using, but I wanted to play him a couple other ones just to see.
Just some options.
He was down for the first one. He goes, dude, this one's good. I go, well, listen to all of them. And then he listened down. He liked the second one I threw. I came with them with my gold, and then I threw the third one on. He goes, that's the one. And it was just all happened in one night, man. We just decided, why don't we? Because there is a 10th planet. I'm the founder of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and then there's traditional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and there appeared to be some rivalry, I guess. There's a clash in philosophy, right? They don't like that I'm so open about weed. They hate that shit. That's just one of them. That's just one of them. I mean, there's been some like serious shit over that. I'm like, you're just ignorant. You don't know shit. You don't know that THC is curing cancer. You're ignorant, you know. So, but anyways, that's the kind of shit I have to deal with. And then, so we decided, let's just bury all that bullshit. And he represents the Gracies, and a lot of the Gracies weren't big fans of mine. I'll just say that. And then we just decided to make the song about burying the hatchet. It's called Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
So,
It's called Jiu-Jitsu.
we wanted to be real. We're like, shit. You know, being real usually is about non-athletic type stuff, you know. You want to write a song, let's write a song about, you know, the government or whatever, or partying or whatever, but not about a sport. But it was so real that it had to be about a sport, you know. It was just...
That's tight.
That's nice.
That's tight. It's
and
cool.
we got it here for the people.
Yeah, it's cool. You guys were able to collaborate and shit. You know.
Oh yeah, man. We became friends after that. We did a video for it as well, and got to hang out with him that whole day. I mean, he's awesome. I love Rock.
Word up!
Nice.
Shout out to Rock. We got to get him over here, man. All right, let's get into the video right here, man. Eddie Bravo, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
BeReal.tv.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, Tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the go, in a hit on an holly note. That to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
We did it, mama, we did it. We did it for the love of the game. We did it, mama, we did it. I did it for, yes, sir. Mama, we did it. The game will never be the same. We did it, mama, we did it. I did it for, triumphant, born with pride and abundance. Look up to the sky, hide a little smile and amusement. Never grow accustomed to losing, live and die for the love of this music. Cabela thrives when the times are the toughest and truest. Keep in mind when the universe gets aligned, when the remnants of this verse are injected into your spine. The evidence of this platform, we rock it all the time. Better in what we stand for, the anchor and the line straight. Slap on a choke if anybody provokes. I'm in it to win and repping for my fam and my folks. They say just rap now, man, this is murder he wrote. It's like Mickey D's on the streets. If you look in the coat, you can compound your creed with an image of hope. Study the foul physics of falsified gimmicks. Rise and fall with it and try to ride different. Your life ain't worth living if you ain't got vision. Come on. We did it, mama. We did it. We did it for the love of the game. We did it, mama. We did it. I did it for, yes, sir. We did it, mama. We did it. The game will never be the same. We did it, mama. We did it. I did it for, fucking alliance and 10th planet rocking with Irish science. Silencing all these idiots caught up in all their ignorance. Two clans fighting under the same banner. We all got love for this ground game, and that's all that matters. In the balance of the teachings of the Grand Master. I'm trying to master the system, that's what I'm after. And stay true to the craft, spark trees to relax. Old school lyrical lace in the track. And I'm working the angles on me sharp and precise, man. Back in the day when I was learning and rocking this mic. Paying homage to the classic shit. Dilated, undisputed, heavyweight always reppin' Los Angeles. And yeah, I do this for the 213. Historical flip down, you know I'm with that G. So fire in the hole, slick with the flow. High caliber rappers is here to shatter the fucking mold. Come on. We did it, mama. We did it for the love of the game. We did it, mama. I did it for. The game will never be the same. We did it, mama. I did it for.
Abu Dhabi ADCC is the most prestigious on the planet. If it wasn't for that tournament, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Now, tell me about Kron Gracie.
In his first match, Kron demolished Andy Wang. I love you, Andy Wang, but he went right through him like in 30 seconds. And Hickson didn't even move. He's sitting there, and he went right through Andy Wang, and Hickson didn't even move. And I was like looking at Hickson. I'm like, man, that's way doper than getting all excited. Him not doing anything, like he expects it. It's no big deal. You went right through him. The best possible outcome. Hickson didn't even make a move like Yoda. And I admired that. I'm like, wow, that's deep right there. He's not even happy, not even a smile.
I'm very optimistic. Kid is doing great, training hard, motivated. Just to see what's the battle results is. Oh, there's no questions. It's the evolutionary process of the athletes in all levels of strength, nutrition, techniques for the event, engagement with the rules. They all evolve. So it's a different era, different monsters out there.
Kron Gracie versus Gary Tonin. Gary Tonin's a 21-year-old dude who he shocked everybody. That match was probably the greatest grappling match of all time. Gary Tonin and Kron Gracie. Kron Gracie gets his arm, straightens it out. He looks like he's going to break. He straightened his arm out. He wouldn't tap. They kept rolling, straighten his arm out. Everyone's going nuts. Everywhere he rolls, the arm, Kron is right there at every angle with the arm totally straight. It looked like it's going to break. Everybody's going, oh! He didn't just hold it and escape. Dude, they were rolling all over the place, and that arm should have broke off. Dude, he survived. He didn't tap. Gets on top, takes Kron's back, puts him in the truck, almost has Kron in a twister, has Kron face down. It looks over. Hickson's sitting there going, oh, damn. Dude, there's a minute left. And at this point, a minute and a half, and Kron is doing everything to try to escape. We're watching Kron be defeated right now. We're watching him be defeated after you almost had that dude's arm like 5 different times. Kron's struggling. He can't get out. Kron cannot get out, but by the skin of his teeth. I have to see it again. I don't know exactly how I got it, but he got out. They stand up. Hickson looks at him and goes, you got 1 minute. Kron turns around, dude, takes him down, passes his guard. It takes a while. He gets his back. Dude, he squoze with 2 seconds left. Gary taps.
Wow.
It was the craziest submission match I've ever seen. The Gary Tonin fight, that was a close one, man. He escaped by the skin of his teeth, but that showed how awesome he is and how he can come back. It's awesome. This is an amazing weekend, man. I'm overdosed on epic matches. I don't know if I could take many more, but we still got the absolute left and the super fight. I think I might, you might have to rush me to the hospital, pump my stomach. Yeah, I think the best Abu Dhabi match of all time is Kron versus Gary Tonon. That was fucking unbelievable. Jesus Christ. It doesn't get any crazier than that match right there. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Gary Tonon against Kron Gracie. Holy shit.
It's really fascinating watching Kron. For people who don't know, his dad is the greatest jiu-jitsu guy of all time. There's one guy that's always thought of above all others in the world of jiu-jitsu. It's Rickson Gracie. The things I want to ask you about Kron, he doesn't do any new shit. Like, everything he does is old school jiu-jitsu, old school Rickson Gracie style. That real basic set of techniques, and it just gets him laser sharp. That's all he does.
Yeah, he has an incredible rear naked choke and even more insane guillotine. In the final, he went against Otavio Souza. He's one of the top Gracie Barra guy at that weight, at the 170. And, getting to this match, right? So it's the finals. Rickson Gracie sitting there. Kron and Otavio. They're going at it. Otavio decides to get inside Kron's head. And the way he's going to do that is keep staying away from him, not engage, slap him on the neck, push him away, frustrate him, because all Kron wants is submission.
Right.
He's like Marcelo Garcia. He just goes forward. Right. The submission is on Kron's mind.
Right.
For damn sure. That's what he wants. And he kept going forward. Otavio keeps pushing him away. Otavio's a bad motherfucker. He kept pushing. He beat Leo Vieira. I mean, he's legit one of the best. He's smacking his head, and Kron's looking over at the ref going, what is he doing? Just smacking my neck, and he keeps walking backwards. I understood what Otavio was doing. He was trying to frustrate him, get inside his head, and it was working. He was getting pissed off, but you know what? It was also working on Rickson too. Rickson said, hey, and this is according, I didn't hear it personally, but this is according to what I heard, the reporters, it's all over the internet. So I may be wrong, but it appears to be correct based on the reports I read, that Rickson was, at first, he was like telling the ref, he keeps going backwards. He's not engaging. He keeps going backwards. He doesn't even want to fight. And then he said, he's chicken. And then he starts making chicken noises. He's like, "Buck up, buck up, buck up, buck up, buck up, buck up." Can you imagine Rickson doing that? Isn't that crazy? You know what that tells you, man? There's some people out there that don't understand that, but as a father, I understand it. I do. It's like, you do anything for your kids.
I know what you're saying.
Even making chicken noises that could easily make you seem like you're childish. Easily. Right. But he don't care. All he cares about
is he's very macho.
He was willing to do anything it took to make Otavio engage, and it worked. Right. He engaged, took a shot. Kron guillotined him, the fastest guillotine ever. Soon as he took him down, Kron sat down, boom. It was over. Man, I don't know if it's online, but it was over like in 3 seconds or less than 3 seconds.
Wow.
And boom, he won the world championship, submitted everybody.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's just amazing when you hear about a guy who's the son of the great master, like the greatest master ever. It's almost like a movie,
Yeah.
And when he was young, like I remember hanging out with him over at Rickson's house. He was just like a young kid. He loved the fact that his dad was this, I mean, can you imagine if that's your dad? He's just the greatest jiu-jitsu guy of all time. It's got to be the coolest shit ever. Yeah. He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a scary dude. Yeah. Well, he's a master. He's a true master of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And he's like that samurai mindset. A lot of people talk that samurai mindset. Yeah. That fucking dude lives it. Like, that is his mindset.
Yeah, the Gracie family is very large, and there's a lot of sections, a lot of Gracie cliques. There's the Carlson side, there's the Carlos side, there's the Helio side.
Helson side.
Yeah, the Helson side. But Rickson's awesome. Rickson's, because they all say it. They all agree that although there's no rolls on video, like now everyone has their rolls on video. You could catch them on YouTube. Like you catch Marcelo's rolls all day, the greatest jiu-jitsu player ever. But Rickson, not too many rolls. But everyone says it's all like myth. It's all legend. But you got to believe it because everyone says the same thing. Even David Camarillo, when he went down there, and David Camarillo's a world-class black belt, he said he couldn't do anything with Rickson.
Yeah, even Paulo Filo said that. Paulo Filo went down there and came back and was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a master. He's been doing it since
in the
he was a
Brazilian
child.
Jiu-Jitsu community. Hickson is a god. He's the best Gracie, hands down.
Yeah. He's legit. He's legit masterful in everything he does. I mean, the dude he's meditating in the fucking freezing, icy rivers of Japan. He gets underwater up to his neck, and he's doing his meditation, practicing, and doing yoga where he does this weird shit with his stomach. And it's cool when a guy like that exists, when there really is a bad motherfucker, like a real, like, mystical sort of a shaman Brazilian jiu-jitsu master who's better than everybody else. And his youngest son, Kron, over the last couple years has just become this fucking beast.
Hickson's son. And I remember when he was 12, outside of a jiu-jitsu tournament, some IBJJF tournament in Dominguez State Hills here in California, me and Jean-Jacques, my master, Jean-Jacques Machado, we were outside. He was, basically giving me a sermon like he always does, and like everything that comes out of his mouth is gospel and everything's perfect, and he's like a superhero. And we're walking outside, and Kron's 12 at this time, and he's messing around on a skateboard, jumping up, doing these skateboard tricks, and Jean-Jacques looks over at him and says, "That's the one right there. I tell you, that is the one. He's going to be unstoppable." I'll never forget that. He called it out. And Jean-Jacques also, he's called out a lot of people who you thought were going to be legends. And Jean-Jacques said, he doesn't have what it takes. He's going to break. And I'm like, no way, Jean-Jacques. He's like, watch him break. He's going to break. And damn, he was right. There was a couple that he called out that broke and they just disappeared.
Jean-Jacques can see things. That's a fact.
Jean-Jacques, it really is Yoda.
Yeah.
And he called out Kron. He knew it. And Kron, he is now in a select group that, man, I don't know if there's more than 3 or 4, but he submitted everybody in his weight division. He tapped everybody out.
I'm on the run and I don't know where I'm ending up. Trekking the globe makes it hard for me to stay in touch. I'm on the run cause I'm more than just the place I'm from. Taking control of my destiny is number one. I'm on a space trip to another side. Guerrilla tactics, actions louder than flows, with just a fraction of the anti-passive passionate hold.
Only a breakdancer could do that.
You just
Dude, can you imagine really doing that? Can you do that?
Do it again.
Do that again? Can you imagine that?
Put it from right here. Switch your hand right here.
Dude.
And you fall on your butt and you go straight for a
Don't ever forget that shit.
Don't
ever. That's the one right there.
Yeah.
Only breakdancers can do
and that's against wrestlers, they're putting you against the cage. Go.
That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Aim for the head, go for the throat. 1 for the money and 2 for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker burying my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs to seeds of lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew
Merry Christmas.
Third Planet Corona. Third Planet West LA. It's Third Planet. It's Corona. Corona. Welcome to the herd. Third Planet Corona right here. Slick Rick. I am the fucking dark side, bitch. What? That's the Grinch. That's the Grinch.
Fortin, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so playing shield guard here, and a lot of times we've been having opponents that they want to come in, but they're getting caught in closed guard, rubber guard. So what they're starting to do now is they're wanting to get away, to either stand and to maybe M1 pass, all right? So they start putting a lot of pressure here on your body so that I can't come in, so that it can't create this hook. They don't want me to be able to create any grips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go thumb down and control this wrist here. right? I'm gonna arch my body back and punch his hand to the ground, okay? Now I'm gonna take my free hand, I'm swinging in behind the tricep for the arm drag. Now I use my, let go of the wrist, use both the same side, use that to come up, right? So now I can start attacking the back, okay? Now what happens is, with more advanced players, these guys, they don't want to give up their back, so they start to curl in to recover guard, okay? So we're gonna use that against them. We're here playing shield, they're trying to push away, we punch down, we start to come up. As they turn, I'm gonna grapevine my foot, making sure it's hooked to his shin here, okay? And I'm gonna start to come up using my hand, I'm gonna push up to my knee. As he's turning, now I'm gonna dive far away, connecting our hips. And I roll into the truck here, okay? The reason why I like to control it like this is once he starts fighting my hands, he starts pulling my hands, look, I'm gonna take my outside hand over and my hand's already in the middle to get to here, right? So now I can start playing baseball, back control, and control and keeping my arm over here, get behind him, and start working towards the twister. One more time. So the shield guard, my opponent doesn't want to play. He's not allowing me to create any grips. He's staying away. So I'm going to punch, use this pressure to the mat. Get this arm drag here, come up. As he starts to turn, I'm staying tight. I weave my foot. Got to keep it tight. I turn my body. Set up my lockdown. And now I grab the shin, punch my hand, and get this key lock. Elbows are tight. As he starts to fight this, look at where my elbow is already. It's on the inside. So arm comes over. I grab. Here. Can we do one real time? Yeah. Damn, one more time. I like that. One more time. Ryan Fortin, ladies and gentlemen.
Ten platinum, freaks all day, every day. We don't sleep. Baby, kings, baby. The kings is the freaks. I'm not gonna give up on you. I'm very proud.
Gentlemen, the winner of this fight at 23 seconds by submission, the man with the fancy pants, Adam! Adam is the Hard Rock MMA Bantamweight Champion.
Time, baby, it's time, baby! No, we need one where I'm yelling at him.
Sharpface.
Frank Barker.
Tower 7!
Did you hear me yell Frank Barker? Freaks.
This last one is probably one of the most complex transitions in all of jiu-jitsu. Why did I put this in the warm-up? Because most of the warm-ups consist of basics. Most of them. 80%. What happened?
Bad students.
But this one is real complex, and I decided to put it in there because anything that's in these 8 sets, we're not going to waver. We're committing to them 100% every day. Today's the first day, because today we're supposed to do G, but we're doing H. Today's the first day we're wavered on, and I don't feel good about it. But at night, we're going to do G. We should have did G today. But generally, this is not going to happen. All right? So, Felix, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he comes in just at the right time. Wow. Felix is the guy who showed me exactly how to do the no-gi berambo. Felix Carada. Carada, right? Nice. I decided to put this complex transition into the warm-ups because everything in the warm-up over a period of a few years, no matter what's in the warm-ups, no matter what, as long as you come to class consistently, and as long as I teach, whether I'm here or not, whoever covers a class is required to teach the warm-ups or to go through the warm-ups. You shouldn't have to, right? You shouldn't have to. But everything we put into those 8 cars, in the long run, we know everyone's going to be really good at it. Everyone's going to have a really good flyover. That's going to be that's a staple of 10 Planet HQ rappers. Everyone's going to have a good flyover, everyone. Flip over, everybody. No hand pass going to be strong. Twister pass, staple. All the mount escapes, the side control escapes, everyone's going to have a professional Heisman. Everybody. As long as you keep coming to class, that's just the way the body works. You come to class, there's going to be warm-ups. You're going to do the warm-ups whether you're advanced or a beginner. The warm-ups are for you. But every now and then I'm like, damn, you know what? Let's throw in some cool stuff in there. Since anything that's included in the warm-ups, we're going to be masters of. How about the stuff that I'm not going to really cover that much as lesson of the day? Let's throw that in there too. Like all these open guard warm-ups. Bam. We're all going to be really good at spiral, Delahira, X-guard. Everyone's going to have those entries smooth, no matter what, as long as you keep coming to class. That's all you have to do is just come, and you're going to be good at all that. And you're going to be good at the no-gi berimbolo too. Like I was saying earlier, when the berimbolo became popular a couple years ago, it was a gi move. Wasn't too sure if it was going to translate no-gi. I was rooting for it because it looked pretty damn good. You really didn't see that much competition footage of it no-gi early on. It was all with the gi. So I didn't really jump on it right away. But damn, you're starting to see a lot of no-gi footage. And it's not as effective, but it's still powerful. Very powerful. Meow twins, like I said before, that's all they do. That's all they're trying to do. And then there's all these variations from it, and there's all these paths, and there's these little things. This is just the basic no-gi berimbolo. And again, this was probably one of the most complex transitions in the game. And I put them in the warm-ups. Just like the Hail Mary warm-ups. The rolling Kimura, very, very complex rolling Kimura. That's a long-term project. Same thing with just a straight ankle lock. That's a long-term project to have it down where you get a guy in a straight ankle lock and 80% they're going to tap. It's a long-term project. You got to get in that smooth transition, and then you got to get really good at cranking that ankle. It's a long-term project, especially that rolling Kimura. But I threw those into the warm-ups just so that we have those long. It's a long-term project. The warm-ups are a long-term project. Damn, we might as well throw in some long-term project transitions in there as well. Although, again, most of the warm-ups obviously are basics, but we do have some complicated ones in there, and this one is the most complicated. All right? Doug, meet you. So we're going to start off this one. Get on your butt. To pull this off, I need to have him on his butt to pull this off. If we're playing footsies here and we do a double guard pull, that's what we could do too. He's on his butt. But maybe he doesn't want to guard pull when he's standing up. Now we got to get him on his butt in order to do this move. All right? So he's standing up. And just in a normal spiral clinch, we already know this spiral clinch here. If a guy's standing up and this is all you do, this is the only way you need to control. This is pretty good. This is good control here. You can also control here if you're going to do some double eagle stuff. This shouldn't be a puzzle, a riddle. Damn. This should just be damn here or here. It's not crazy. All right? So I got to get him on his butt. Other leg, I'm sorry. I got to get him on his butt. Spiral clinch. Remember, we can hit him with the spiral here. But if we could reach that ankle, we got this foot on his hip here, we'll be tripping here. Bam! We got him on his butt for a second. And this is where you get the no-gi berimbolo. It's got to be done in the flash. It's got to be done so smooth, so perfect. It's a long-term project. That's why they're in the warm-ups. Over a period of 2 or 3 years, everyone's just going to be here.
They got their own DJ. From Dobby's up. Good to see you. They got their own DJ. Yeah.
Where you going, you're not coming back from.
What's going on, man?
What up, what up? To Planet Vista.
What's your ultimate goal with jiu-jitsu, man?
My ultimate goal in jiu-jitsu is to, obviously, win like big tournaments like Abu Dhabi and maybe Worlds, but also just to take the 10 Planet family and the 10 Planet game to a whole different level, I'm trying to blow it up and represent as hard as I can, and hopefully, get more respect from people out there that don't respect us. I just want to be a soldier and enjoy the ride while I'm doing it.
Right on, brother.
Are you guys out?
Bye. Bye.
I'm coming from a cold
Good night, man.
Too red. I'm a red hell
I'll
too,
be back.
man.
I'll be back. Hey, listen, don't.
I'm a red hell too, man.
You're trying to hide it.
No, I don't try to hide. Since I was...
There's you.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you, dude.
Later, man. Cool. 10 Planet Vista. Yeah. 10 Planet freaks all day, every day, blowing shit up. You know how we do.
Right on.
Aha! The Twister.
Bill Cooper's semifinal match when he had his opponent's back and I offered him $100 to twister him.
The Twister. I did the Twister today. Eddie wanted a Twister, so I gave it to him.
Twister, Bill.
At his back, and Eddie's like, "You do the Twister, I'll give you $100."
I'll give you $100 to
Let's do it.
And he didn't even flinch. He went right to the twister. He lost it. Dude spun out, but he kept going.
stuff like that. I like, you know, you challenge yourself to a certain one move, and I guess it works out for you because you just remain focused. And when you got Eddie Bravo right there yelling at you, you got the Twister Man right there. Why not? So I tried to do it, and I slapped it on, man. And stuff. That was cool. So my little highlight. That's my little highlight.
And I gave it $200. It was just so awesome. It's like you couldn't even put that in a movie the way it was. It was crazy. It was nuts. The crowd went nuts. It was wild.